Are we live there? Let's check here. I've actually got a laptop right here just to make sure that we are live. Says that it's live, but who knows? Guess I'll try to come back out and I'll just try to come back in, see if we're live. I haven't gone live in a really long time, so you just bear with me. It's not really doing anything here anyway. I mean, if I am live, um, throw me a message. Let me know if I'm live or not. So I don't see anything. See, there's one person watching, so I guess I am live, huh? Okay, I am live. All right, cool. I don't know why I can't see it on my channel here on my laptop. Usually I can get it to go on my laptop here. Go to my channel. I always had it like this. There we go. Let's see. There we go. I just don't know what I'm doing. That's what it is. So I'll wait for it to load up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Cool. So anyway, now that I'm all sorted out here, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna do a live shaving chat. Like I said, I haven't done a live for a while now. So let's go over what I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be using a Adopted Acre Soap Company. This is their Emerald Acre. This is Doug's take on Creed's Green Irish Tweed. This is really, really good scented stuff. And the soap base is spectacular. I messaged Doug the other day and I was like, bro, I just did a shave with this soap. And this is Doug's Grand Champion 2.0 soap base. And it is, guys, it is spectacular. The residual that was left on my face after the shave when I was rinsing off, the residual was just wild, man. I had to rinse off a few times to get the residual off my face. So Emerald Acre by Adopted Acres, Doug and his family over there on the family farmer are making this stuff, and he's got a whole bunch of other stuff too. I just recently talked to him, and he did mention that oh, I can't remember the name of the razor. There was a razor that he came out with. It was a big, heavy duty, hefty razor that he came out with a while back, and he just ordered some more of them, and he's going to release them again here real soon. Man, the chisel plow. I'm sorry, the chisel plow. Doug just ordered more razors, the chisel plow. So when you go to Adopted Acres, his Etsy store, you could see that he has the farmhand. He has a bunch of farmhand razors, but he just put in an order for the chisel plow. So the chisel plow will be available. I want to say within a couple of weeks, his chisel plow will be available. I hear allegedly it's supposed to be a very efficient razor. I mean, I don't know, I've never shaved with it, but everybody that I talk to that uses it, they really love the chisel plow. And I was really like, man, I wish I could have gotten a hold of that. I find out about these artisans, after everybody starts talking about how great they are, and then they have releases like Doug had the chisel plow, and when I went to his website, it wasn't available anymore. But in the wet shave world, we know never say never, right? Because it's always going to come back around. So anyway, like I said, Emerald Acre, Doug's take on Creed Green Irish Tweed. This is a collaboration with Molly Shaves. I'm going to go to the website here, and I'm going to read the sales page on this Emerald Acre shave soap. And I do have the aftershave splash right here also. Of course, this is not the bottle that it comes in. This is a vintage bottle that I picked up at the flea market, because I'm always at the flea market. I've actually got some stuff with me here that I actually picked up at the flea market today. If you guys are interested, let me know and I'll show it off. But this, you could see the oils up here in the bottle. It does separate, so you definitely want to shake this up and you want to incorporate it before you use it. The shave that the razor, excuse me, the razor I'm going to be using today is this Vikings blade. This is the Chieftain. This is the 5BC. And despite the name, this isn't an ancient relic. It's just the 5BC. This is a very hefty razor. I've shaved with it before. I've only shaved with it like twice. I've had it like a year, and I've only shaved with it twice. I found it to be a very efficient not very efficient, but it's an efficient razor. It's not very mild like the Merkur 34C. Merkur 34C, I was always finding myself shimming the blade because it is a good beginner razor, you know, to get beginner wet shavers into the hobby. But it is just too mild for me. After a while, when I started getting my technique better, the Merkur 34C was just too it was too mild for me. So I like a more efficient razor. And this one does a really good job. It's not super efficient, but it does a really, really good job. And I have the Razor Company. I have this Razor Company brush here. I can't remember what this one's called, man. I think this one is called the Cream Soda or Cream something, you know. It's a very, very beautiful brush. Um, Very, very nice brush. Got a high polish on it. It is a synthetic. It's very, very soft. This one is really good for building a lather on your face. And of course, I've got my I got Geo Fat Boy Shave Nation Allen Block here. And let's see. I think I don't need it, but I'm gonna go with the Cajun Blade, the Bayou Butter. If you guys don't know, Eric over there at the Cajun Blade, he just came out with I think it's called Blizzard Butter. It's a pre-shave that has menthol in it, and it's not like overpowering menthol. It's not going to make you cry or anything, but yeah, I guess it's the same performance as this guy here, but it's got menthol on it. Blizzard Butter, I believe that's what it's called. But Eric over at the Cajun Blade, he has a bunch of new releases, so yeah, go check him out. He's got a lot of really cool stuff that he just released. So this Emerald Acre aftershave splash. The ingredients list doesn't list witch hazel. So in this vintage bottle here, I've got some witch hazel here, and Too Fast Too Furious. Hey brother, how are you? Good to see you. And then Jay Tenix. Oh, Jay Tenix, thanks for being here, brother. Nice shaved in. Yeah, thanks, man. I've busted out the seams here. I got so much stuff here, man. It's. I'm actually got my drawers here, where I have my sink and water here. I got those full of soap because I'm running out of room. And I'm doing a lot of giveaways on the Open Comb Collective Live every other Wednesday. This last Wednesday, I Eric from the Cajun Blade, he won Oro Valley soap set from me, and or from the channel anyway, from the live. I was just sponsoring it. I was just that's what I was. That's what I was. What am I trying to say? That I got a hold of Wes because the orange. I can't even talk. The Open Comb Live is on Wesley Carroll's YouTube channel every other Wednesday, and his YouTube channel is 10SC Whiskey. And him and Rabbit Shaves, they collaborate and they do live every other Wednesday. And I was getting rid of Oro Valley, and Eric ended up winning. There's a lot of people on that live, man. So they had Marcus from Ellen Valley, that YouTube channel. Ellen Valley is his channel. Really, really cool guy. They're always having guests, and if you guys are interested in getting on a live, check it out and go watch one of Wes's lives where he uploads them, because he uploads them on his channel, and get a hold of him, email him and be like, hey bro, I would like to do a live, because he'll welcome anybody, man. They're so laid back. It's a really, really cool environment. But anyway, Eric won Oro Valley from me. I just sent it off. And Oro Valley, I believe, is Tom Ford's. It's a dupe to Tom Ford's ombre leather. It smelled really, really good. I was offering the shave soap, the aftershave splash, and the balm. I didn't have the EDP or the EDT, but I did have the balm. So yeah, and you got Subtle Art Soap Company. You got Monica from Vanulay. Eric offers a $50 gift card, which means you can go buy a whole set and it'll cover that and shipping and everything. And yeah, now there's me. I give stuff away on there, and now there's other people catching on, and like, yeah, there's just a ton of giveaways. Everybody's starting to give stuff away, so it's really cool. There's a lot of really awesome names in the chats there, in the comment section. I think when they first started, I think there was maybe like 8 people watching at first, and now there's just a ton of people. So it's really, really good. Double G Chargo. Hey, how's it going, brother? Yeah, you know this guy. Hope you're doing well tonight, brother. Yeah, actually, me and the wife just got back from the flea market. We went up to Denver, Colorado, and I picked up a bunch of stuff over there. Like I need more stuff, right? But anyway, went up there, grabbed a bunch of stuff, and just walked around basically all day. We left really early this morning, and we're like, it's Sunday. There's really nothing to do. We don't want to just sit home, you know. So we went and walked around the we went and walked around the flea market and spent some time out there. Really, really cool. My wife found some beads. If you guys don't know, we're Native American and she does her beading. You know, she has her whole room, one of the spare rooms. I got this spare room set up as my shave den, and she's got the other spare room set up as her little arts and crafts area. But she mainly just does beading in there, which is really, really cool. So, Emerald Acre by Adopted Acres Shave Company. Let's go over to the website and let's see what it says about this on the sales page. It says Emerald Acre. In 2025, the Emerald Leprechaun visited the Emerald Acres and blessed the land with fertile soil, thriving crops, and an abundant harvest. Clad in his Irish tweed, he left his mark upon the farm. An unmistakable tweed pattern clover etched proudly on the Adopted Acres barn. As the year unfolded, Adopted Acres Soap Company found itself abundantly blessed as well. The community, both near and far, discovered Adopted Acres products, put them to the test, and shared the word across the world. This year, Adopted Acres returned to its original Emerald Leprechaun scent, first crafted in collaboration with Molly Shaves, and refined it slightly. The result is Emerald Acre, a familiar legend reborn, rooted in tradition, craftsmanship, and a little Irish magic. And like I said, this is Doug's take on Creed's Green Irish Tweed. It smells phenomenal. My son fell in love with it when he put his nose on it. My wife fell in love with it when she put her nose on it. My daughter hasn't smelled it yet. I'm pretty sure my daughter will love it too as soon as she smells it. Do you know Sir Henry Soaps? I don't know Sir Henry Soaps. I actually just learned about American Vintage Soaps too, and the YouTube channel Shave in Solitude, Siraj over there, he sent me a sample of American Vintage. I hear a bunch of really, really good stuff about American Vintage, and I know that American Vintage just stocked their website. I mean, their website was like a week or two ago was just full stock full of stuff. But Sir Henry Soaps, no, sounds intriguing though. But so I guess that way I don't take too long. I'm gonna get this shave started. I am blooming this soap here. You can see it's nice and shiny. I'm blooming the scent notes with warm water. I'm just gonna dump this water out, and I'm getting ahead of myself. I did say I was gonna use Eric's Bayou butter. This is the Cajun Blades Bayou butter. So I'm actually gonna get my face wet, and I'm gonna get this pre-shave on my face here and get it worked in. To be honest with you guys, I've used this shave soap one time before this shave here. Like I said, this is in Doug's Grand Champion 2.0 base, and I have shaved with Doug's 2.0 Grand Champion base before, but for some reason, this base acted completely, totally different. It took its time. It's very, very thirsty. It took its time to build a long, luxurious lather, a big, luxurious lather. Because if you've watched my channel, you know that I am not in a hurry when it comes to building a lather. A lot of guys just want to get lather on their face. They want to start shaving because the shave is their favorite part. To me, building the lather is my favorite part. So I take forever to build my lather. It's just me. It's what I like to do. You do what you like to do. That's why this hobby is so great. So I'm going to take the synthetic brush. I'm going to dip it in the water. There's no need to soak it. It's a synthetic. Just get it wet. I'm going to get all that water out of there. And then I'm going to take this soap here and I'm going to load this brush. A lot of guys will load it for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. Peter Sharkalis from Ariana and Evans, he's done some tests on his soaps where he'll do like 5 swirls. He'll do 3 swirls, and yeah, he's crazy. He does all kinds of crazy stuff. His soap is really, really good. I've done the test. I've got a video on my channel where I did 3 swirls and that stuff. His soap base is amazing. It was the Ultima soap base, his Ultima 2, I believe it was, that I did that test on, and it was really, really cool. So I'm going to get my face wet, and this, you'll see this soap as soon as I start applying it to my face. Here's the brush right here. This stuff is really, really, yeah, look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. It's really stringy, man. It just looks so strange. But when it starts coming together and you start building the lather, yeah, A&E is great, man. I mean, I've sat in here and tested their Ultima base, their Ultima 2, and their, what is it? It's a K2E base. And man, what Peter's doing over there is just completely amazing. And yeah, all of their soaps. And Eric, what am I saying? Peter over there at A&E, he has such a great nose, man. I mean, everything he does smells so good. Well, I shouldn't say everything because I haven't smelt everything, but I've smelt quite a bit of his stuff. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 of his scents. What I've been doing lately, instead of my OCD would always kick in, right? When I would buy a shave set, I was like, oh man, I have to have the soap and the matching aftershave splash. But what I've been doing lately is just buying unscented soap. I'll buy the unscented soap and then I'll buy a bunch of splashes. And because, I mean, you're not being scented by the soap, right? The soap smells good and it's just an extra perk for the soap. But what you're really smelling after the shave is the aftershave splash, or in Eric's case over at the Cajun Blade, the after sauce. And so I've been kind of getting away from buying so many sets, and I just get the unscented soap, and then I just use their aftershave splash. And then, like I said, I'm busting at the seams here. I really don't have much room. I'm starting to stash shave soaps, because I'm running out of room. So I really don't need the matching soap. Unscented is fine with me, and I'll just pick up the aftershave splash, because that's basically what you're going to smell at the end of the shave anyway. What's up? Appreciate all you do. Oh, thanks, brother. Mullio 480. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really enjoy myself doing this, I've been doing it for about a year now, and oh man, it's great. Such a great community, such great support. So yeah, I love being here. I love doing this. So Chad makes what show. What's up, Chad? How are you, brother? Thank you for being here. I don't know if I had mentioned or not, but I'm having problems with my editing software. Again, this is the second editing software that's took a shit on me. So I figured, what? I haven't done a live in a while, so I'm gonna do a live. I'm doing a shave with this Emerald Acre shave soap, and I actually ended up messaging Doug because I've never had a soap base act the way this one did, which is very strange because I have shaved with Doug's Grand Champion 2.0 soap base before, and but this one's different. There's something going on with this one. This one's different. This one is just like I said, I was talking about A&E earlier, and I was talking about the Cajun Blade and whatnot, but this soap base right here is arguably one of the best soaps I have ever used, one of the best bases I have ever used, which is a big statement because I got a lot of stuff, and I do use and play with a lot of soaps in here. But I don't know what Doug did to this thing, man. But it is crazy. In all honesty, I thought his EIEIO soap base was the best I had ever, one of the best I had ever tested. And then I got a hold of this. I've actually had this Emerald Acre for a while, and I finally ended up shaving with it, and oh man, it's so great that I was like, well, I'm coming back in here. I'm using it again. But this soap, if you guys can see, I keep painting this water into it, and the water just keeps absorbing into the soap, and it's just the wildest soap because it is so thirsty. The first time I used this, the lather that I like, if you guys wanted to, you guys could start shaving just like this. The performance is there. But I like to build a big, giant, luxurious lather. And it took me a better part of 15, 20 minutes to build the kind of lather that I want to build with this soap, just because it was so thirsty. And it kept talking to me. The soap was talking to me and telling me, well, You need to do this now. You need to do that. And if this is what you want me to do, this is what you have to do to me. And man, it took me forever to build the the lather that I wanted. But I'll tell you what, it was worth every single minute, because when I was done shaving and I went to do my final rinse, I had so much residual on my face that it was just, I couldn't believe the residual that was on my face. I had to rinse a few times to get the residual off. It was just, it was wild. And Doug is a straight razor shaver, right? So you know that his formula and his soap base is going to be really, really good. But to have, this is the second soap that I've had where the residual doesn't want to rinse off my face. The other soap that I had do that, believe it or not, that I could not rinse off, I couldn't rinse the residual off, was Old Spice from the 1940s. That was the only other soap that I've had where I'm like, man, I am seriously trying to rinse this residual off, and it is so slick that I can't get it off. That's what Doug's soap here, Emerald Acre, did. It had so much residual. So much residual. It was insane. I'm going to try to catch up on these comments here. Wet shaving is great. Yeah, it is great. Yeah, I don't have the room to store all the soaps and splashes. Yeah, I hear that, brother. I know that you're in a small little area there and you don't have the room for it. Yeah, this is the Grand Champion 2.0 base. Excuse me. Yeah, this is the Emerald Acre and the Grand Champion 2.0 base. Razor Emporium vegan. I haven't tried, I haven't tried Razor Emporium soap, but I do have the King R Emporium soap that him and Douglas Smythe collaborated on, and the scent smells just spectacular. But I have so much shit, I just haven't been able to get to it. And I already have all the information that I need for. Actually have all the information. I got a stack of papers like about that big, just bunch of information. I haven't gotten into it, man. I eventually will, but I couldn't tell you when. But yeah, the Crown King, what is it? Crown King 6 formula from Phoenix. That's Phoenix Shaving. That's a really good base, man. It's a really good base. I think I've seen Matthew Lawrence do a straight razor shave off of that base. So there's nothing wrong with that vegan base. It's really, really good. I also want to try his like 1944, 1955, 1966, and so on. I hear those are really good too from Razor Emporium. But I got so much stuff, man, that I really need to try to get to what I have in my inventory. I keep buying and buying and buying, and before I know it, I have shave soaps that are like 10 months old. I haven't even gotten to, that I had all the intention of getting to. I just haven't been able to get to them. So what I'm going to do is let's go over the scent notes of this Emerald Acre. So the top scent notes are described as fresh and green. It starts with lemon verbena. I don't know how to say that. Lemon verbena. So lemon verbena is a bright, zesty, and herbal scent. And another top scent note is bergamot, and bergamot provides a sharp citrus scent with a soft floral sweetness. And then there's violet leaf. Violet leaf is used for a fresh, vibrant green aroma. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It grounds sweet floral scents, and it softens like woody and leather scents. It just makes them a little bit softer, makes them a little bit easier on the nose. And I didn't pick this up when I smelt it, but this soap has basil in it, believe it or not, which is wild. I did not pick up the basil in this, but it's in there. And basil, it's used to provide a herbal, green, and slightly sweet and spicy freshness to your aroma of your soaps. And then there's fresh cut grass. Fresh cut grass is used to add green freshness and soften heavier floral or woody notes. And fresh cut grass is considered I want to say universal, but that's not the right word. Fresh cut grass is considered a unisex. It's considered a unisex scent, fresh cut grass. And so then the heart notes are described as aromatic, They're described as aromatic and clean, I guess. So he's got iris in there, and iris provides a powdery and woody note, and it has like a iris has like a velvety texture. I don't know what that means. I'm not really good at the scent notes. That's why I like to describe the scent notes, because I'm trying to train myself and I'm trying to learn what these scent notes do and why they're in there. And because if you ask me what it does and why it's in there, and I have no idea, man. So I'm trying to learn what these scent notes are doing, why they're in there, why these artisans are putting them in there. Then I'm looking at the like this one is kind of like a dupe or Doug's take on Creed Irish Green Irish Tweed. So I'll go look at the scent notes to Green Irish Tweed, and then I'll look at what Doug did and just try to figure out what they're doing and why they're in there, because I don't know a damn thing about scent notes. If I was to build a scent, I would have no idea where to begin. I know what I like, but I don't know what's in what I like. So iris, we went over iris. Lavender. So lavender is the foundation of the aromatic fougere. It is a herbaceous scent. It's floral, and it's camphoric, I think. I don't know. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. And it has lavender has balancing qualities to the aroma that you're adding it to. Yeah, I was talking just fine earlier. Now I'm having a hard time. That's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. So, and then there's geranium. Geranium is another one of the heart notes. Geranium, it's used as a heart note to add depth, cohesion, and longevity to a fragrance. Geranium is highly prized for its gender neutral versatility. Maybe that's what I was trying to say earlier. Gender neutral. And then it's got green tea. And one of the heart notes is green tea also. Green tea is a scent note. It adds fresh, crisp, and herbaceous aroma. And it's a supporting note, giving depth and complexity. So that sounds really cool. It adds depth and complexity to florals and woody scents, and there's a lot of woody scents in the base notes in this. So this base is this soap is starting to come together, quite different than when I first used it. It actually feels like it's coming together a little bit easier this time. The last time it took forever, but when it blew up, man, oh man, it blew up, and it was well worth it. Well worth it. So I think, green tea was the last scent note for the heart notes. Base notes, the base notes in this Emerald Acre, they're described as soft woods and earth, and earthy. And the first scent note is sandalwood. And everybody knows that sandalwood is a classic base note that provides depth, warmth, and structure to any fragrance. It extends the longevity of other ingredients, so a scent lingers longer on the skin. Okay, I'm starting to drop it a little bit. Better start paying attention. Start paying attention to what it's doing a little more carefully, because it's starting to grow a little bit here. And he's got oak moss in here. Oak moss, it provides a deep, earthy, and woody aroma while slowing the evaporation of lighter scents like citrus and florals, assuring the fragrance lasts much longer on the skin. So sounds like he's got a lot of scent notes in here that are trying to not just enhance the other scent notes, but make them last a lot longer too. And then he's got white musk in here. White musk, if you didn't know, I'm going to get my mustache area. I just like to grab it last. White musk is a synthetic note. It's a synthetic note that replicates the soft, powdery aroma of natural musk without the animal origins. So if you're worried about that, I mean, we're all wet shavers. I don't know why you would be, but if you are, that's what it is there. And the synthetic white musk is used to stabilize scent notes and prevent the fragrance from evaporating too quickly. So, oops, I'm dropping my stuff here. So that's another one that helps that helps the scent notes not evaporate so quickly. And it also blends well with floral, woody, and sweet notes. So those are the scent notes for this for this shave soap here. And I'm trying to check to see if I cut myself, because I went to catch my little bougie sprayer that I knocked over, and I smacked the razor, but it doesn't look like I cut myself. Felt like I did, but I don't think I did. We'll find out, I guess. So I'm gonna try to catch up on these. Try to catch up on these comments real quick. I already have 13 of Subtle Arts soaps. I'm waiting for his new menthol. Okay, yeah, yeah. Joe's doing some good stuff up there. Subtle Art Soap Company. Not the grass. Not the grass, the base. It smells good. I just know it smells good, and it's usually good enough. Yeah, definitely, definitely good. You guys are Double G guys are blessed that you can enjoy the scent notes. I had a brain bump. Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, brother, because a lot of these smell really, really good. It's not great, Greg. Sometimes that's a blessing. Yeah, no doubt, right? You don't want to smell them dogs when they're having accidents. Good afternoon. Barber Dave. Hey, Barber Dave, how you doing, brother? Thank you so much for being here. No name. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I know. Don't try to. If you do juggle the razors, don't do it while there's blades in them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to concentrate on this lather. Now that I'm done with those scent notes, it looks like it's starting to blow up a little bit. Looks like it's hydrated very nice. I did get a haircut, man. I tried so hard to let my hair grow. I was talking to one of the guys over at my indigenous groups meetings, and he was like, "Bro, you really need to let your hair grow. It's a part of our identity. It's a part of who we are." And I'm like, "I know, man. I know. I've just had short hair for so long." And I said, "You know what, brother? You're right. I'm gonna let my hair grow." And I tried, man. I tried, but it was driving me crazy. It was just so insane. It was driving me so crazy. Oh, there we go. Um, I'm just not used to it. And my son was upset too, because my son has really long hair. My son's hair practically goes all the way down to his waist. And I told him that I cut my hair, and he was like, "No, you didn't." And I was like, "I did, son. I'm sorry. I couldn't take it anymore. Just try to manage it. I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to managing long hair, and it started to be a pain in the butt." And I broke down. I went and I cut it. And you know what sucks is that I went to a barber. I won't say who it was, but I went to a barber, and he didn't even do a good job. And I was like, "Man, that I think that's a sign right there, just to let it grow." Because I really, really wanted to let it grow. Because, like I said, it's a part of who we are. It's a part of our identity. It's a part of our culture. And yeah, I broke down. I shouldn't have. I should have stuck to my guns. Yeah, there was a lot of soap on this brush. Even though, if you were here when if you seen me load it, um, it didn't look like a lot. But Doug's soaps, it doesn't. Especially this one here is very, very stringy. It doesn't look like it. You actually have a hard time getting a lot of it on your brush, but just that little bit you can get on your brush, it is going to build into something spectacular. So I actually had a lot. So I could probably build this for a good 45 minutes. I won't, but I know I can. I've played with his Grand Champion 2.0 base enough that I know its characteristics and how it reacts to what I'm doing to it and whatnot. So this is, like I said earlier, this Grand Champion 2.0 soap base is probably one of the best bases I've ever shaved with. And it's building up. You could see that I got quite a bit on my face already, and the brush, it's starting to come down on the handle of the brush here. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you could see how shiny, how hydrated, and how beautiful that lather is right there. But I don't stop there. I just keep going. It'll be fine. This is what I enjoy the most is building the lather. This is my favorite part of the shave. I kind of get bummed out when I do start shaving because as soon as I start shaving, I know that that's going to lead to the end. And right here, what I'm doing right here, I could do this forever. And I think that's why I like building it so much. And then I like to test it. I just lost them. I like to see, I like to push it to its limits and see what it'll do. And I would have to say that, I shouldn't even say anything. There's so many great artisans out there. There's great, so many great soaps out there. It's hard to say, which one's the best, you know. Tobin Fetters asked the other day on YouTube, you know, well, I can't remember what he asked. No, it wasn't Tobin Fetters. I'm sorry. It was somebody else on the Discord. They asked, well, if you had three soaps that you would use for the rest of your life, which ones would they be? And I'm like, you can't even answer that question. That's impossible. Talk about making you think. That is like, I don't know if you could answer that question. That's such a difficult question. I'll tell you what, I can give you three answers. And then you ask me tomorrow and those answers might change. So it's not a fair question. In my opinion, it's not a fair question. A machine of sheen, man, this is very, very shiny. I think it's hydrated enough because it's going all over the place. I'm just busy playing with it and talking, so it's definitely ready. I could start shaving with it now. There's so much of it here. And I'll show you what I did with it last time, which was very, very impressive to me. So I have it on my face like this. I'm going to clean up my neck real quick here and rinse my hand off. So what I did last time was I went like this, and I'm going to try to paint it off. And you can tell it's coming off just a little tiny bit. I'm trying not to lose it on the brush, but I don't know if you can see that, but there's a sheen on here that is just crazy, crazy. And, you know, we hydrate our soaps and we get the sheens on them, but the sheen on this soap, like I said, for some reason, this soap just acts different. It's just completely impressive. So I'm going to start shaving with that right there. This is what the brush looks like. Very, very shiny there. Very hydrated. So, like I said, this is the Vikings Blade Chieftain 5BC. So I'm going to get it dipped in here. I'm going to look at the comments real quick too before I start. Chad, you would have shaved already. I know you would have shaved already. How long am I into this? Oh man, you would have been done. You would have been done a long time ago, brother. It's a loaded question. Yeah, it is a loaded question, man. That's you ask somebody what three soaps you'll use forever, and it's like, really, bro? That is not fair. I can't remember what Tobin Fetters asked the other day. I told him, I was like, you're evil, bro, to even ask that question. Can't remember what it was. If it comes to me, I'll mention it. But he was just laughing at me. Some questions you shouldn't ask. They're just too difficult to answer. So, like I said, I've had this Chieftain 5BC for about, I don't know, 10 months, 11 months. And I shaved with it a couple of times when I first got it. When I first got it, I first got into wet shaving. And to me, it felt pretty efficient, you know. And right now, it doesn't feel as efficient as I remember it. It doesn't feel, it feels like a really good, mild beginner razor, which really surprised me because I was thinking it was more efficient than it is. I'm not one to be using one kind. I like to have a change or something. Yeah, I agree with you, No Name, for sure, brother. I'm the same way. Oh, the blade I'm using. So I've got a feather blade in here. I started with feather blades, and I've always used feather blades. I got a shit ton of other blades. I got Astra Greens, and I don't even want to start naming them because I got so many different blades, like all of us do, right? And yeah, but I started with the feathers, so it's just my go-to. I don't even think about it, you know. I don't think, okay, what blade am I going to use in this razor? I just automatically just grab a feather because it's habit. We're creatures of habit, right? And it's just habit for me to grab one, so that's what I usually shave with. I'll change in a week probably. Yeah. It is a mild razor. Yeah, like I said, I thought when I first got it, I first started wet shaving, and I thought it was a very efficient razor. And now that I'm revisiting it, now that I've been wet shaving for about a year, maybe a little bit over a year, yeah, it's a very mild razor. It's perfect for a beginner. I would say I would definitely recommend this for a beginner. The Persona Gem Diamond Glide. Okay. Hmm. You know, there's that Persona, them Persona razor blades. Everybody's talking about how great those are. So yeah, I would definitely like to try one of those, and see what they're all about. Um, you know, I did the same thing with the Tatra Platinums. Everybody was just ranting and raving about them, and the guys I was talking to at the time, all of them, the whole group of them, they were just going ape shit over these Tatra Platinums, and I used the Tatra Platinum. I ordered some, and I used it inside the Mula R41, and it made that Mula R41 feel so nice, man. Like a daily driver nice. It was really, really nice. But of course, the Mula R41 today isn't as aggressive as the Mula R41 pre 2011, right? But still, it's a very efficient razor, and it made it feel so nice. And I was like, wow, you know, these Tatra Platinums are really, really something. And then I shaved in different razors with it, and I'm like, they're okay, you know. But it is a good blade to put in an R41, in my opinion, anyway. But those gym razors, yeah, everybody's ranting and raving about those too. I'm very interested in trying those. I just have a hard time buying razors. I haven't bought razors in so long, razor blades, um, because I don't even want to say how much razor blades I have, but I have enough razors that are going to outlast my lifetime, right? So it's hard to buy more razor blades, but maybe I'll get like a 5 pack or something because I know over at like the Razor Company and Shave Nation, they all offer like 5 packs of blades, you know. That's it, or wasn't it? Hey Tom, how are you, brother? Yeah, I got some Nasset and I got some Wizamet blades too, and I've tried them, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're great blades, man. Gillette winter blades, huh? Okay, I got some Gillettes too. Actually, I shaved with a Gillette. What was it? A Gillette Wilkinson blade, and I did not like that blade, man. It was so mild that I just couldn't get a good shave with that Gillette Wilkinson. I don't even know where I got them. I think maybe Chad might have sent them to me. Chad, did you send them to me? I don't remember. Nick picks Tom. The beauty is that there are so many blades, yeah, that you can tailor. Yeah, for real, for real. Now that you mention that, you know what's funny is I bought a Mula Roca, and I bought the Mula Roca with the birch handle, the birchwood handle, and I bought the matching um, brush. And you know it's not cheap. That one, the razor is like $150, and the brush itself too is like $150. So I was into that set for about $300, and I went to shave with that Mula Roca, and oh man, I could not get a good shave with it. I went to shave with it, right? And I said, okay, I said, this is my last shave with this razor. I don't care that I paid $150 for it. If it doesn't give me a good shave, I'm just going to give it away. I don't want it. I don't need a razor sitting there that I'm never going to use. that doesn't give me a good shave. So I was like, I'm gonna shave with it one more time, and I'm gonna run an experiment real quick. I'm actually gonna put a Mula razor blade inside of this Mula Roca because I tried everything. I've tried Astras, Nasets, the Tatras. I tried feathers. I mean, you name it. I was putting so many different blades in there, and it was the same thing. I just thought that me and the angle on that Roca just didn't agree, right? Because I could not get a good shave with it. And I went and I put a a Mula razor blade in it, and that was such a great shave. And I was like, oh wow, I don't think it was me figuring it out. Because I had shaved with it quite a few times and tried to figure it out. I honestly feel like it was the razor blade that I used made the difference. Or maybe some razors you have to threaten them before they perform good, right? I don't know. But I did get a really good shave with it, and I was so happy about that because I had spent so much money on that set. And if you're thinking about grabbing that Mula Roca shave brush with the birch handle, you can choose to get the Badger silver tip brush, or you could choose to get the what am I trying to say? The synthetic. Get the synthetic because I got that silver tip and it was so scritchy. I was very disappointed. The whole set, I was kind of disappointed with it. It was so scritchy. It actually irritated my face really bad. And it doesn't now because I finally broke it in and then I ended up gel tipping it. And it is just so soft and luxurious now. But when I first unboxed it, it irritated me. And it's a high dollar Badger knot in there. It shouldn't do that to you, but it did. And so I'll tell you what, I went and got me a couple of packs of Mula blades. I think I got like a couple of 5 packs after I got that really good shave with it with the Mula blade in it. Damn stubborn razor, man. I mean, I tried a lot of razors that I had, and it didn't want to play nice. And then I finally threatened to get rid of him, and I put a Mula blade inside of that Mula Roca, and man, it gave me such a great shave. So yeah, it is a great razor, but sometimes you just got to figure them out, man, because they're a little stubborn. They all have their own different characteristics, I guess. And I'm always in here messing around and experimenting with stuff, playing with my stuff like I'm a child, right? So I was in here and I got cutting board conditioner. Is that what it's called? Cutting board? The wood cutting board. I got cutting board conditioner, so I was in here and I was conditioning the birch handle, both on the razor and the brush, and I was so happy to have them. And then, man, quite the disappointment when I went to shave with it. Mueller brushes seem not to be great. Yeah, I struggled with that one, Chad. It was a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. I was very disappointed when I went to build a lather and it irritated my face really bad. And I'm like, man, I bought a Parker silver tip Badger brush, and that thing was luxurious from the unboxing. It was such a great brush. So I was really surprised to get that Mula silver tip, and it wasn't great. So I actually ended up ordering for that Mula shave brush. I ended up ordering the synthetic knot, and of course, by the time the synthetic knot got here, I had the Badger knot broke in. So I got the option. I got the option now, I guess. However, I feel that day. You definitely don't want to be struggling with your products when you come out almost 300 bucks for a set. The last thing you want to do is be upset about what you got, or you have to break it in to the point where it's comfortable for you to use. You don't want to do that. All right, Chad. Thank you for wife's here for groceries. Yep, got to help her with the groceries. All right, Chad. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. So I have the Vikings Blade Chieftain, the Meiji, which is adjustable one. So I might end up shaving with that one next to see if I can adjust it up to be. I mean, I'm gonna adjust it up to see how aggressive I can get it because I like me a more efficient razor. Like I said, this one here, it's very mild. Definitely a beginner razor as far as the efficiency is concerned, and the price point too, because I think I paid like $32 for this thing. So it's not very expensive for somebody wanting to get into the hobby. And the razor blade tabs, they do stick out of the edges here, so you just want to be mindful of that when you're shaving with it. Look at me. I made a mess, man. I got lather all on my shirt here. I've got, yeah, I made a mess. It was flinging all over the place. That's okay. It ain't fun if you ain't making a mess. All right, that was my pass against the grain. I'm going to rinse off here, see where I'm at. Oh, for such a mild razor, that did a really, really good job. I've got a little bit here on my trouble area, of course, but everywhere else, like right here, this is my trouble area right here, because my hair grows out this way on my neck. It doesn't grow down, it doesn't grow up, it grows sideways, which is really, really strange. So that's always, but there's so much residual here that I could just clean up with the residual. This Grand Champion 2.0 base is just so amazing. Well, that feels good there. Oh yeah, perfect. And I got a little bit right here in this trouble area. And I do have a trouble area right here too, but it seemed to clean up really good right there. So for this razor being very, very mild, it did clean me up really well this time. So, all right, cool. So I did show that I had an alum block here, so I'm just going to rinse off really good here and get that alum block on. Try to catch up. Try to catch up with the comments here. Let's see, Nasset or Wismet, okay. Love the Nassets. Wasn't crazy about the Wismats. Okay, yeah, I mean, everybody likes something different, right? It's amazing how that works. Silver blue always worked in the Roca for me. Silver blue, okay, that's good to know. Well, I struggled. I know now that the mulas work in the Roca for me, but man, I was at the end. I was ready to give it away by the time I figured that out. All right, I got soap all over my necklaces and whatnot. So, all right, I got rinsed off pretty good there. So I've got my alum block here. I'm just going to dip it in the water, and we'll go over. I had a little tiny something right there, but other than that, I mean, really nothing to talk about. Don't have nothing there or here. Or right here. I said I rinsed off pretty good, but I really didn't. I still got a bunch of soap right here. Soap over here. That's okay. Barber Dave, have a great night, brother. Appreciate you being here. It's good to see you. All right, I'm going to rinse this alum block off. When I first started wet shaving, I hated the taste of alum block. For it to get in my mouth, I did not like it. Now, I'm not going to say that I do like it now, but I really don't mind it. If it gets in my mouth, I'm not spitting it out like I was before. It's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible either. Get dried off pretty good here. I got soap all over the place, man. That's okay. I always remind people to pat their face dry instead of wiping it dry because you just shaved. You don't want to get irritated. I had somebody tell me man, you say that in every single one of your videos. And I'm like, yeah, well, because you never know who's watching. Maybe somebody's watching that doesn't know, and maybe they get irritated doing that. All right, so I've got this witch hazel in this vintage bottle here. I'm just going to get a little bit out of here, get it on my face here. I love this witch hazel. Really, really good stuff. I don't remember. I don't even know how I shaved without it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm sure. I think it does taste better than Dial bar soap. I don't think I could ever get used to the taste of that Dial bar soap. I mean, it's not like I taste it all the time, but it's just something right? You're like, no. The Allen Block it's not that bad, man. I just thought it was when I first started. So I showed this vintage bottle that I got the Emerald Acre Shave aftershave splash in. You can see the oils up here where it separates. So I'm just gonna shake the snot out of it really good, get it incorporated. That's what it looks like when it's incorporated. You don't see the oils up here anymore. It's all mixed in really well. Kind of gets like a foggy look to it. And I did this vintage bottle. There was the restrictor fit in there too. I got so many bottles. I don't know where I picked up this restrictor, what bottle I grabbed this restrictor from, but I'm going to get a bunch of this on my hand because this is so good. And this is another one of them scents that does not smell like the soap. This one, oh, this was just so good, man. That is a really, really good scent. Yeah, I mean, maybe to you it smells the same, but to my nose, it doesn't smell like the soap. I mean, you could tell that it's from the same DNA. It's related. Oh, this smells good though, man. And the post shave feel once this soaks into your skin, oh, it just feels so nice. Oh, you always use the Wizamat, huh? Or the witch hazel. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. The witch hazel. Yeah, I always check the ingredients. Like Eric over at the Cajun Blade, his a lot of his after sauces they have witch hazel in them, and if I know that it doesn't have witch hazel in it, I'll use it. And sometimes guys that know that their after sauce or aftershave splashes have witch hazel in them, they'll still use the witch hazel anyway, just because they love it so much. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The more the merrier, I guess. I should just start doing that. It doesn't matter if it has it in it, just use it anyway. Does it make a difference? I don't know because I never do that, but I mean, it could. I don't know. It couldn't hurt, that's for sure. It couldn't hurt at all. You do? Okay. Hey, bury that. What's up, brother? Hey, so I just wanted to show this right here. This is a straight razor. Allegedly, it's shave ready. It feels like it's shave ready. I just bought this earlier today at the flea market. Went to the flea market, and this is a Categoris. It's from the Categoris Cutlery Company, Little Valley, New York. Let's see, not Categoris, Catarargus. Catarargus was a cutlery company here in the United States, based out of New York. They made cutlery, they made knives, they made straight razors from the late 1800s to the 1950s, and they were known for their high quality carbon steel. This is this is one of their high carbon their carbon steel blades. I don't know if you can see this or not. It is a full hollow there, and it feels very, very sharp. I haven't done the hair test, but I did the nail test, and it's completely smooth. It doesn't feel like it's like it needs to be straightened out or anything. So I'll try to run it over my face one of these days here in a few days and see how it shaves. Allegedly, it's shave ready. The guy had so many razors there, but I already had picked up so much stuff, and I was like, yeah, I could blow my whole wallet here. But I like the scales on it. Very, very beautiful, beautiful vintage razor. And if it's shave ready, then great. If not, then that'll give me a reason to try to start honing my own razors and to start learning how to hone razors, right? Because I mean, I tried it once on I tried to hone a razor that I bought at a flea market on a green Vermont. and yeah, it still needs work. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I really want to learn, and I do have I do have some more stones. I got a 3,000, a 6,000, 8,000, and then I got that green Arkansas. So yeah, that's enough there to at least start learning and start trying to figure out, what my muscle is supposed to feel like, or and get that muscle memory down. Yeah, I love this razor. I couldn't believe the shape that it's in. The scales are perfect for being a vintage razor. There's not one scratch on this razor. The way the guy had them displayed, um, you could tell he cared about his stuff. He's probably a wet shaver. The way they were all displayed, they were carefully displayed, and they were like, I don't know if you could see how good that's coming up, but there is nothing wrong with that blade. There are you know, no blemishes, no marks on it or anything. I mean, it looks like it's in perfect. It looks brand new, is what it looks like. And I paid $35 for it. No, 25. I paid $25 for it, and I just couldn't believe that price. And I was like, yeah, yeah, put it in the cart. It's mine. It's going home with me. So that was a really, really good find. He did have. I was looking for German steel, because you should always chase the steel when you're looking at straight razors, like vintage straight razors. Chase the steel. But when I looked this one up, and it was talking about how they were such a high quality, making a company making high quality products, then I was like, oh yeah, it's worth getting. It's not like a really cheap razor from back in the day. So thanks, Robert. It is beautiful. I like it. I couldn't believe the razors that gentleman had displayed. He had, I think I counted like 7 or 9 of them. It was an odd number, 7 or 9, and they all looked like he had restored them. They all looked spectacular, and they were all vintage. He didn't have any new ones there. Oh, thank you. I look forward to putting it to action. It's such a beautiful razor, and it feels like a shave ready. So I'm gonna try it soon. I can't wait. It's really exciting. Yeah, it takes practice. That's for sure, because I got on that stone, Robert, and to be honest with you, I really felt like I was doing it right. It felt everything. I didn't feel anything weird, that made me think, oh, I'm not doing this right. Everything felt real nice, real smooth. And then I went to shave with it. It just wasn't shave ready. But that was my first time, and I don't know what I'm doing. But like I said, I've got some stones to figure it out. So there's no excuses now, right? I really need to get on that. Yeah, for real, they are. Eric over at the Cajun Blade, he's always talking about, he's always keeping his eye open for vintage razors. So, you know, if he gives you that advice, then there's something there. That's for sure. Tom, no Allen Block ever, huh? Okay. And you use Dickerson's Witch Hazel. Yeah, man, Witch Hazel's so popular. It's something that I learned because I didn't know about Witch Hazel when I first started wet shaving, and it was Chad, and it was Chad from Chad Makes Wet Shaving, and Bob over at Firepower for All. Those are the two gentlemen that I credit for getting me onto Witch Hazel, is they use it every single time. They don't give a shit. They use it. They're gonna shave. They're using Witch Hazel, and so they're the ones that talked me into getting a bottle and using it, and I did, and I was like, wow, how come I didn't know about this? But live and learn. I use it all the time now. Yeah, $25 for that. That was just such a steal. And he had some other razors there. I didn't look them up or anything, but he had one there that was $50, and then he had one that was $40, and then he had another one that was 35, and I can't remember what the other ones were. And then this one here was 25. And I actually picked this one up because this is the first one that I grabbed, and I looked at the tang, and I was like, okay, so I looked up the company and what it said about the company, and I was like, yep, mine. I'll take this one. And the other ones I didn't even look at them, but they're there. So maybe if I get a wild hair, maybe I'll go back and pick them up. But they were taken care of. They were cared for. You could tell they were cared for, and you don't run into that very often. You run into a lot of straight razors, vintage straight razors that you got to take home, and you got to give them some TLC before you can use them. So it was really odd, really rare to find that. I guess I'm trying to say. I don't have or know anything about straights, but that looks like a fantastic deal. Snapping them. Yeah, it is a fantastic deal. I know another guy over here that has shit. He has hundreds of straight razors, and he's got them in a pouch, all rolled up, and he doesn't want very much for him. I would say like he starting at $20 and up, he wants for him. But those ones do need some TLC. Those ones you can tell. You need to take them home and give them some TLC and put some work into them. These ones that I found over there, it looks like he restored them already. There is absolutely nothing wrong with them. If I were to guess, I would say that this I would guess that these scales were scratched up, and that he went and he polished them, took all the scratches. They're all full of um it's all full of fingerprints now. But if I had to guess, I would say he took them home and he polished them and he got them all. Feels like shave ready, but he got them all very attractive, very clean. So yeah, I wish I could have picked them all up. I would have gotten in trouble with the wife. And she was standing there watching me too. So I was like, yeah, maybe I would have came out with a couple more if she wasn't standing there, but she was right there. So I was like, I'll take this one right here. I want to get a good straight razor, but I'm afraid to jump another rabbit hole. Yeah, it is a rabbit hole, man, because like, so I got a rule now where actually, Siraj from the channel, Shaving in Solitude, he sent me some high quality razors. And, I'm at the point right now that I started shaving with, straights, if I'm going to pay $200 or over for a razor, it's going to be a straight razor. I won't pay that for a DE razor. Um, yeah, that's just a rule that I made for myself. Um, because you actually, in my opinion, not that I'm experienced, I've only shaved with the straight razor a couple dozen times, maybe, at the most. Um, I did shave with the Shavette a whole bunch of times preparing for a straight razor, but you get a better shave with a straight razor, in my opinion. I do, and which is very odd because I just started. Like I said, I only got a couple of dozen shaves, but I did shave with the Shavette for a really long time trying to get prepared for a straight razor. But a straight razor is just, and it's, what am I trying to say? It's a more satisfying feeling, knowing that you're shaving with just a blade that doesn't have, it's just a raw blade on your face, doesn't have a safety bar, doesn't have a guard. Yeah, it's just a better feeling. And once you start figuring it out, I think you get a better shave that way. I noticed that when I shave with the straight razor, I can go I can go a day and a half, maybe a day, maybe not a day and a half, but I can go a whole day. I can go a lot longer. Let's just say I can go a lot longer before I start feeling sandpaper when I shave with a straight razor than I do with a DE. I can shave with a DE or a single edge razor, and the next day I can already feel, I'll shave the night before, and then the next day I can already feel sandpaper. So the BBS shave, if you can get a BB, or where you do get a BBS shave, it lasts a lot longer, in my opinion, when you shave with the straight razor. It's rare to find razors that were taken care of. Yeah, I know it is very rare. I mean, I'm all over northern Colorado to all the flea markets, and this was the first time that I found a group of straight razors that were in such great shape and such, taken care of so well. Yeah, yeah, I know. Such a pleasure to use. I haven't used this one, but I've got a couple more that I found that I sent Sean Staplefield a vintage straight that I found, and he honed it for me, and he sent it to me, and it shaved really, really well. And then No Name, you ended up, what I think he replaced the scales on that one razor for Mario and the Barbarian, and then Chad ended up winning it from him, and then I ended up doing a trade with Chad for an aluminum razor, or not Chad, Rabbit. I traded a Rabbit, Never Alone 5 aluminum razor, and I ended up with it. And oh man, you did such a great job with it. And it's just, yeah, once you get a vintage razor, and it shaves really well. Yeah, it's such a satisfying feeling. I agree with that 100%. I feel safer shaving with the straight razor than a shavette, especially a DE razor blade shave. Yeah, excuse me. Absolutely, brother. When you use a double-edged safety razor blade or a double-edged razor blade, you snap it in half. Um, that's dangerous, in my opinion. Those blades, they're just so thin, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. They're so thin and they're machine sharpened. They're so sharp. Um, in my opinion, there's room for flex. They're just super, super dangerous to snap one of those in half and put it in a shavette. I'd rather use an AC style razor blade because they're much thicker. There's really not much flex there. I've got a really cheap Kamasori knockoff AC style shavette that I put an AC blade in, and I get such great shaves with that. I've got a Parker adjustable shavette, which means it's got the sleeves, that slide in and out that you can adjust the aggression in a double edge blade that you snap in half, or a single edge blade that you can put in there. And I don't shave with it. I've shaved with it before, but I do not shave with it at all because it's too dangerous in my opinion. It's just, I've cut myself with that thing where I've, shaved with a Kamasori style knockoff AC shavette and a feather shavette that takes the AC style blades, and I can shave just fine with those. But with the DE blade, yeah, a little too dangerous. I don't like them. I don't like them. But I agree with you 100%. And there are also times I felt the edge and have been fine. Yeah, yeah, just too aggressive for me. I remember I came over with that. I snapped a double edge razor blade in half, and I was coming over my chin, and it's so thin and so sharp that it just took the skin off my chin right here. And it could have been technique too, but I haven't done that with any of the AC style shavettes or with the straight razor. I never did that with those, but I did do it with one of those DE razor blades, one of those shavettes that take a DE razor blade. And yeah, I don't, they're not for me. I know Bob from Firepower for All, he could shave all day with one of those. And yeah, he's fine. I don't like him. Not for me. Yeah, shavettes are really good for detailing. Straight razors also good for detailing. I would say probably shavettes, if you get comfortable with them, that's good because the blades are a little smaller, right? They're a little shorter, so you probably get finer detail with the shavette. If I can sell some of my DEs on eBay, I'll probably pick up a couple more straights. That's what I was doing, brother. I actually, like I said, I traded Rabbit an aluminum DE razor for the straight razor that he got from Marian, that Marian got from No Name. And man, I don't think Rabbit shaves with the straight razor. I think he's tried to shave that before, but he's more of a DE razor kind of guy. He loves aluminum razors. And I think maybe Marian might have shaved with it. I'm not too sure. But when I got it, oh man, it was just, it's the best, not one, it is the best shave that I got so far. So that razor that No Name Bear restored, I believe he replaced the scales and then he honed it. So every razor I get, I use No Name's razor as a reference to it because it should be that good. And like I said, not that I'm very experienced, with a bunch of D, or not D, but straights. But I've gotten straights from Eric. I've gotten straights from Sean Staplefield, and No Name Bear is definitely by far, yeah, the best shave that I got. And you know, not to say anything bad about Eric or Sean, their edges were spectacular. They were good, but there's just one that I got the best shave off of, and that's just me. I could probably give those razors to somebody else, and they would pick a different. They would pick a different razor because everybody's different, right? But I'm very happy. I'm very happy with that razor for sure. A well honed straight, yeah, for sure, man. Well honed straight. There's nothing. There's nothing like it, you know. So, if you guys want to see what else I got from the flea market, I'll show you a couple other things. So I got this. What is this? This is a Century shaving set. I should have took the sticker off of it, but they still got their price tag on it. I hate when they tape their stickers to it. I wish they would put like a string around it and then, have have the price tag dangling from the string, because they put tape on it and it just destroys these boxes and stuff. So it does have the soap stick in there. It has the shaving mug in there, and then it has the brush in there. And this set is brand new, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I picked this up, and if you can see that, I picked it up for $12. So I seen this and I was like, $12. I was like, all day, I'll take it. So that was a really cool find. I really need to do a video where I go over my shave mugs and my shave scuttles, because I would say, I'm looking at them right now, I probably have maybe, I don't know, I got a lot of them. I got maybe a couple hundred shave mugs and shave scuttles, vintage shave mugs, and vintage shave scuttles. Yeah, I got them all on a shelf up there, and yeah, it takes all that room up. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. I won't sell them either. My wife's like, you should sell them. You probably make some good money. I was like, no, I spent good money buying them. Why would I get rid of them? And a lot of them are really old, and a lot of them are valuable. So I got a doctor's one. I got a pharmaceutical one. So those ones that are like, I can't remember what they're called, but they're job specific. Like firefighter, doctor, dentist, pharmacist. Those ones are like highly prized. Those ones are, you can sell those for good money. They're valuable. The razor had a thin grind and the steel felt pretty nice. Okay, yeah. Everyone likes a different edge. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. J-Knot Cuticle in Shadows. Yeah, Eric over at the Cajun Blade, he just sent me a Sun Moon razor. He asked me what I wanted it finished on, and I asked him to finish it on a J-Net. And actually, I haven't shaved with that one yet, and I'm looking forward to shaving with that one. It's such a beautiful razor. I do have it somewhere here. I'll show it to you. But yeah, he sent it to me, and it's such a, yeah, here it is. Beautiful, beautiful razor. This is probably one of the most attractive razors that I have in my collection, and he finished it on a J-Net. So that's it right there. And it's got the red scales on the inside, black on the outside. And so he sent me this one that he finished on the J-Net. I shouldn't say he sent it to me. I traded him a razor for this one. There we go. That's being honest. That's truthful. I don't want to make it sound like he just up and sent me a razor for no reason. I traded him a razor for this one. And this one is finished on the J-Net. I haven't shaved with it, but I love it. And I'm hoping I get a really good shave with it. If I don't, then it's my fault. Something that I need to work on. I'm pretty sure I will, though. I'll take my time, be careful. But yeah, I love this Sun Moon razor. Really, really beautiful, attractive razor. Streaming in public is challenging. It is challenging. I'm glad I haven't gotten no weirdos in here, because sometimes I get some weirdos and I have to fucking block them. Some guys are just a pain in the ass, But wow, yeah, no shit. That's what I said when I told him. I ended up messaging him, and I was like, "Hey, Eric, I have this razor that I'm looking to unload. Would you be interested in it?" And he said, "Yeah, what do you want for it?" He says, "I got some razors I'll trade you." And he sent me a picture of some razors, and I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "This is the value of it." And then he sent me a picture of straight razors that were comparable in value. And I seen that Sun Moon razor, and I was like, "I'll take that one." That one's beautiful. It's attractive, and yeah, really happy to have that. I really need to do a shave with that. I have quite the collection. I got so much stuff, man. Like I fell down that rabbit hole and just felt like I just kept falling and kept falling and kept falling. Because like I've been lately, so the videos that I've been posting on my YouTube channel lately, they've all been with vintage razors, because I said a long time ago that I was going to go through my vintage razors, and then I started shaving with the Shavette and Commissary style Shavette and straight razors, and I completely forgot about my vintage razors. So somebody, I think it was Tom. I think Tom made a comment about he'd like to see me go back to my vintage razors. So I started shaving with my vintages lately. But yeah, I've got like I think I counted 73 vintage razors, and I got like, what's funny is I found an Ender's razor with the razor blades in it. I can't remember the guy's name. There's a channel on YouTube that a guy shows these razors that have proprietary blades, and he shows you how to take modern blades and put blades in them. And Subi shaves, very very hyper, very energetic guy. I think it's Subi shaves. He shows you how to load these razors that have proprietary blades that you can't get blades for anymore. And so he did do the Ender's razor, and when I went and I found it, and it was, believe it or not, it was brand new, and it still had the razors in it and everything. Oh, it's been a while since Subi Shaves posted anything, huh? Yeah, I watch his videos when I'm interested in learning something. He's very entertaining, very energetic guy. Oh, he just had a baby. Oh, nice. Good for him. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that Sun Moon has a really nice smile to it. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I traded Eric. We swapped for that razor, and then after I got the razor, then I decided to research it, right? And then I ended up seeing a video that Eric had posted when he was talking about that he had been speaking to her, and while she was in the process of making that razor for him, and then I was like, oh man, that just makes it so much better, really really cool. I'm honored that offer that. Fan of the vintage razors, yeah. So I'll show you this. I'll show you this Ender's razor that I got. So if I can grab it from my collection here. So here's the Ender's razor that I have, and there's 3 packs of blades down here, and they're brand new. They're not opened, and I guess these are, you can't really find them anymore. The Ender's razors, razor blades. I see Ender's razors all over eBay. So the razors, you can get them. I don't know if you can get them in this condition with the box and the razor blades. I just see them by themselves, And here's the razor. I don't know why they would stop making stuff like this. This is just so beautiful, so much character. The handle doesn't have no blemishes and no scratches or anything. Like I said, it's brand new, and I think it still has the price tag on it. To be honest with you, let me see if maybe I didn't pick up the lid. Oh no, I didn't. But here's the lid here, and if you look at the lid, it still has the price tag of 98 cents on the lid there. So yeah, I can't believe it's never been. I don't. Maybe it has been used. I don't know. I haven't looked at inside these boxes, but the boxes are new. Um, so to find it in this collection, was the price tag on there? What I paid for it? Oh no, I just put late 1940s, 1950s, but I can't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't very much though. There was a flea market in Denver, Colorado, where these people would, I don't know what they do for a living, but I know they're always traveling, and they're going to like estate sales out of state, and they have this huge giant trailer and a box trailer, and they're just buying up all these estate sales, and then they find this stuff and they bring it back, and they stock their flea market with this stuff. And yeah, find some really really good deals on vintage shaving there. They don't always have vintage shaving because they really don't know what's going to be in those estate sales. They just buy them, go pick them up, and they come through. So I ended up getting over there at the right time, I guess. They had a bunch of really cool stuff there. The Guido razor is fantastic. Oh, with alpha shaving, okay. Yeah, it's funny because I wish you had places to find great finds. Yeah, I was going to say it's funny you say that because I talked to Chad from Chad Makes Wet Shaving, the YouTube channel Chad Makes Wet Shaving, and he says that he has like basically nothing out there in his area, and I have dozens of flea markets here. I do got to travel a little bit. I got to come down the mountain and I got to go to Colorado Springs, or I've got to go to Denver, or just different areas. But with that said, I mean, not Colorado Springs is the farthest from me. I think Colorado Springs is like 2.5, 3 hours maybe drive. Whenever we go out there, the wife and I will go out there and we'll get a hotel and we'll stay there. That way we'll go swimming, chill in the hot tub. But we'll spend a couple of days out there. We're not going to travel out there just to spend the day and then travel 2 or 3 hours back home. We're not going to do that. But there's flea markets all over the place here, just everywhere. There's a strip on Highway 287, and that strip has one, two, three, four, five. That one strip has within 200 yards has like 6 or 7 flea markets right there, and it's pretty wild, and they're all really good. They're all really good flea markets. You find a lot of really good stuff there. There's a couple of them there that are super super high priced. You go in there and it's the same shit. No matter what, it's the same stuff because it's just too damn expensive. And it's like, bro, you come down on your prices, man. Nobody's buying this stuff. I've been coming here for years and you still have the same shit in your store, but a lot of them guys are stubborn and they don't want to come down on the prices. And so they just hang on to that stuff. And then there's other ones where, you can haggle the prices, and it's good to know what you're talking about, because I go in there and I start talking to them about shaving and razors and stuff like that. And I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, so then I could talk them down. I could be like, well, this is this and this is that or whatnot. I'll give you this much, for it if you want to get rid of it. And they're usually really good about it. There's a couple of stores there where the guys are like, nope, they won't budge. So, well, who knows how they even keep paying for the overhead in them stores, because they really don't sell anything. I see the same stuff there all the time. But it's really cool to have that stuff near me. Yeah, so a lot of them stores, a lot of them flea markets, I just wait a little while and before I go back to them, and then when I do go back to them, they got new stuff in them, so really cool. Nothing there in Ireland either. That's crazy because Ireland's such an old country. You would think that they would have way more than we would. I have to order almost everything overseas. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, pretty wild. I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have all these places that that carry all this stock vintage shaving stuff in their booths. And then when that stuff sells, you come back later, like a month later or something, and there's more vintage shaving stuff in there. So it's almost like they have a stash at home and they'll put a couple of pieces out. And I just got a message from Lathered Yeti. All right, my friend, last touch. Oh, he's making me a couple of brushes, and we've been communicating back and forth, back and forth. He's making me a couple of brushes. I won't say nothing about it because I'll let him let you guys know on one of his lives, either on YouTube or Instagram. But yeah, I had this idea for some brushes, and I think they're going to be quite spectacular, knowing what Chris is doing. So you guys keep an eye out for that, because yeah, it's different. What I asked him to do was different than what he is doing. It's different from the pours that he's doing. I gave him artistic freedom to shape them however he wanted, but there was a certain way I told him that I wanted him to pour those, and I won't say anymore. I'll let him. But that was just a message from him right now. So I have to go back after the live and go look at it. I'll shoot you some videos of the blanks when they come out, either later on tonight. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm so excited because yeah, I've been looking for something like this for a long time, and nobody's offering it. And then I seen him doing some pours, and I was like, on pours. So I told him, hey, this is what I want. And he was like, I'm so busy right now. I have no idea when I'll be. This was a while back. He was like, I have no idea when I'll be able to get to it. And I was like, no hurry, brother. I'm not going anywhere. I don't need them yesterday. It doesn't matter to me. If you're interested, let me know. I'm not in a hurry. Whenever you have time. And that was a while back. And he finally messaged me and he was like, hey, bro, what was that you wanted again? And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Right on. He's going to get on it. So super, super excited. Yeah, I'm sure once these are revealed, and I warned him about it too. I said, once these are revealed, bro, and people see these, you're probably going to get overloaded. The people are going to want these, man, because well, it's completely different from what you're doing now. And this is the brush that I want. These are the brushes that I want. And I've sent him pictures. I've communicated with him. So keep your eye open for Chris over there at the Lathered Yeti. He's gonna be making me a couple of really cool things, and I think it's I think it's gonna catch on. I think people are gonna start ordering um, a couple of them for me. So um, he made a couple of them for me to see how they come out, and he's sent me pictures. It's funny because he's been communicating with me and showing me step by step, and oh man, Chris is such a great guy, man. He's such a great guy, and what he's putting together is yeah, quite spectacular. Oh, he did mention it in the live. Okay, I think he did mention like Nick, I'm going to start your pores or something like that. I don't know if it was the very last one, but one that I see live that he's seen. I know he did say, "Hey, I'm going to start your pores," or "I'm going to get to your pores soon." But I don't. Yeah, he did vaguely mention. He didn't really give too much. He didn't get too much information because yeah, and he told me too that he wanted to keep it on the down low. That's why. I mean, I'll mention it, but I won't give any details about what he's doing. But I think people are going to love what he's doing. I he just showed me the color of the pores that I in spectacular, and I was like, "Holy shit, bro! This is gonna be something. I can't wait. I cannot wait." You went on vacation to Maine and came back. The wife enables me. Yeah, I don't blame. My wife does the same thing. So this is how my wife gets my attention, right? Because we don't always walk together in the flea markets. She'll be ahead of me because she's not into it as much as I am. But so she walks faster looking at stuff, not me. I will go into a booth and I'll move boxes and I'll move stuff and I'll look behind stuff. That's how you find the good stuff. But she does enable me because she'll see something and she'll say really loud, "Uh-oh." And I'm like, "Why don't you just tell me, come over here? I found something." But she goes, "Uh-oh." And once she says, "Uh-oh," I know. So I just run over there, and I'm just like, that's funny that you say, "Uh-oh," because you tell me, "Man, you spend a lot of money on this stuff." But yet when you find something, you call me, "Uh-oh." And I already know. So I just run over there. "What did you find? What is it?" And a lot of the stuff, believe it or not, is stuff I already have. But sometimes it's not. And sometimes it's really good finds. You never know what you're going to find at the flea market. Really, really cool. Um, there's a flea market in Colorado Springs. We haven't been to Colorado Springs in a while because it's so far from us, but we were planning on going this weekend because I'm working my summer hours, so I have 3-day weekends now. But I think we're going to go next weekend. But there's an indoor flea market in Colorado Springs called American Classics, and it is the biggest indoor flea market that I've ever been in. Last time we were there. I think it took me almost 2 full days to walk the whole flea market. And that place has some really, real, excuse me, really good stuff. Oh, it's popular 90 frags, huh? Nice. Yeah. Speaking of the frags, I really depend on my wife to tell me what's good and what's not good. Um, because I don't know. I'll like something and I'll go out there and I'll be like, "Babe, check this out, smell this," and she'll smell it and she'll be like, "Oh man, I don't like that," and I'm like, "Really? Is it not good?" And and then sometimes she'll say, "Oh yeah, that smells really good." So when she says it smells good, I know that smells really, really good because I'm not really a frag snob, right? I mean, it it might not smell all that great, but I like it. I don't know. There's a lot of guys that are very, very picky with their frags, and I'm really not. If I like it and it smells good, it smells good. Sometimes I wear a lot of stuff, and my wife's like, "I don't like that. I don't like that. You got to go take that off, or don't wear that again." So I'm like, "This shit costs money, man. I'm gonna wear it." Rabbit, what's up, brother? I was just talking about the razor that no name or not that no name bear had restored for Marion the Barbarian, and that you ended up winning it off the channel, and then you and I bartered. I bartered it from you for another razor. So thank you for being here, Rabbit. I appreciate it, brother. I figured I'd do a live. It's been a long time since I've done a live. It is a beauty, man. It is a beauty, and it shaves like no other, brother. No other. It's the best shaver in my collection right now as far as straight razors. That's for sure, without a doubt. Um, I'm having trouble with my editing software. I can export my video, but then it won't finalize my video. And I actually shaved um, with Emerald Acres tonight because I have a video on my editing software with Emerald Acres that I've had to edit twice. And because I took my editing software and I repaired it, and then what did I do? I repaired it and then I did something else to it. I can't remember what it was. It was kind of like a reboot, you know. And when I did the reboot, I lost everything. Like, I mean, like everything, everything. Um, Pictures of all of you guys, pictures of logos, all my videos, all my thumbnail pictures. Like I lost like everything. And I was like, holy shit, man, I lost everything. And I've edited this video twice already. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go do a live. I haven't done a live in a long time, but I really need to try to figure it out. If not, CapCut. You know what's funny is CapCut is being a turd. So that's what I started out with was CapCut. And it was working great for me, and then all of a sudden it did the same thing. So I'm starting to think there's a common denominator here, you know. Maybe it's me. And that's what my wife said too, you know, but I'm like, I don't do anything different. I just edit it, I export it, and then I upload it to YouTube. The same process every time, you know, record it, edit it, export it, and then upload it to YouTube. Not doing anything different, not doing anything weird, you know. And all of a sudden it just like takes a crap. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I did start with CapCut, and now I was using the free Microsoft version that comes on your computers, which is Clipchamp, and it's been working fine for me. And now that did the same thing. So I don't know if I'm going to have to, you know, go into DaVinci and grab some DaVinci, or maybe not edit a video, just shoot it the best I can, you know, without no cuts, without no editing, and then and post it, which is a real bummer because you know me, I'm all AI heavy. You know, I like doing my thumbnails and my pictures and my intros, and you know, I use AI for everything, so it's kind of a bummer. DaVinci Resolve, that's what I meant. Yeah, the free version is enough. I think that's what I'm going to do. You know, because it pissed me off that I got, you know, a video that I recorded and I had to edit it twice because the editing software took a shit on me. And at that point, I'm like, okay, do I even want to try to figure it out and mess with it, or do I just go get DaVinci real quick, you know, and just start on that? But Kdenlive is what I use. It is an open source editing program. Oh, okay. I have to look at that too because I'm open to suggestions, man. Because I'm just frustrated about not just stop working. Like, you know, it just stopped working. Like I don't have my kids are all married. They're out of the house. It's just the wife and I. So it's not like, you know, it's not like I have to be worried about, you know, something inappropriate, you know, on my computers, or, you know, getting a virus from somewhere. I don't need to worry about that stuff. Everything is on the up and up. So I don't know why it just decides to stop working. So it's just, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it does that, but it is very frustrating. But like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stick around. All I got is just inconvenient. That's all. It's just inconvenient. I'll figure it out. But yeah, it is. It sucks that I lost everything. I told the guys on the Discord that I was working on a video, and I've been working on this video for like a couple of weeks, and it's very very in depth, very detailed video about the science of the lather, you know, the emulsion, the slickness, the hydration, just on a scientific level, the science of the lather. I've been working on this video for 2 weeks now. That's gone. That's gone. Fortunately, I'd still have all the paperwork. I have all the documents. I have all the literature. But man, I put so much work into that, man. I even had AI images of Rabbit and Chad, and that you know, I had put in there, and it was such a fun and informative video, and it's gone. And it sucks because all my AI images are gone. All I have is just the paper, just the literature. Start from square one. But like I said, I'll figure it out. It's just inconvenient, that's all. But it sucks to put that much work into something for it just to disappear. It would have been, I would have really been pissed if I would have thrown all that literature away in the trash and just had nothing to go off, because I did a lot of research and I gathered a lot of information for that video. Yeah, yeah, because the clip update can break things like that. Yeah, I think that's what I did. It was a different name though, because so in Clipchamp, or not, yeah, in Clipchamp, if it's not working right, you go in there and you repair it, because it's got two tabs: repair and to update. And so I repaired it, and it said it repaired fine. So I went back, tried to export it. It wouldn't export. It couldn't finalize the export. So then I went in and tried to do the update. And when I did the update, I was able to export it, and it was able to finalize the export of a video that I had to load in there, because when I updated it, everything disappeared. It's all gone. And so I actually just uninstalled it. I just got frustrated and uninstalled it. And I was like, yeah, it's not working. It's not working. It did. I can't remember what it was that after I repaired it. I ran the repair and then I ran the update, and it did export. I don't know what it was, a thumbnail or something. I was like, all right, it's working. It's working. That worked for me. So then I spent like 2 hours editing a video, and then it didn't export. And I was just like, damn it, I've been sitting here on my computer for 2 hours and now it's just doing the same damn thing. So I'll just get a different editing software. Very, very frustrating. That's what I need to do. I just need to hit record and hope for the best, man. But like I said, that sounds like destructive editing. So, like I said, there's a common denominator on both of them instances, which is me, So, but like I said, I don't do anything weird. I just do, if it works, if I do it with the first time and it works, I keep doing that. And as long as there's no glitches, no problems, then I know I'm doing something right. And then it just, yeah, I don't know what happens. I actually messaged them, Microsoft, and I said, hey, this is the problems that I'm having, but I haven't heard back from them. Yeah, yeah. I've heard that. You shoot from the hip. I think I'm gonna have to start doing the same thing, man. I have to start doing the same thing. Just that's what I did for when I was recording videos for the Razor company. Um, I didn't know. I'm not that savvy enough. I didn't know how to load them up on my computer, edit them, and then use the I don't know. I didn't know how to do it. You had to save it to OneDrive, or you had to do something funky, and then you got to send it off to them. And I didn't know how to do that. If you wanted to edit your videos, that's how you did it. I don't know how to do that. So I would just record, I'd stop, and then I'd just shoot that right over to them without no editing, without nothing. And that's how I recorded the videos for the Razor company, because I didn't know how to edit them. And then I don't know if it was import or export, or it was difficult. It was beyond my knowledge of what to do, because I'm like over half 100 years old. I'm not very computer savvy. If it starts getting difficult, then I really don't know what I'm doing there. It's a nightmare, man. It sucks. It's very inconvenient. So, but like I said, it is what it is. I'll figure it out. I spend enough time on there. Like I said, all my kids are growing out of the house. I don't have to be running after little kids, or trying to figure out, or picking up kids from school, or taking them to sporting events anymore. It's just me and the wife here at home. So I got all the time in the world just to relax and figure stuff out. So it just, it just inconvenient. So I record all my videos with my Android phone. I've got a Galaxy Android phone. That's what I record all my videos with. And yeah, uh, what I do sometimes is I'll just go to the store and I'll upgrade my phone. But other than that, it's just no, it's an Android. It's an Android phone. My son keeps telling me to get an Apple. He's like, bro, you got to switch over to Apple. Apple's so much better. But I just haven't. I don't know if it's any better. But he tells me it is, and he's way smarter than me. He does all his research, and yeah. But I'm an old guy. Old people get set in their ways. They don't want to change. But until something like this happens, then you got to start making changes, figuring out what's going on. But yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I found it really easy to move files and to do everything that I'm doing. You know, I just can't figure out why Clipchamp stopped exporting my videos. Yeah, Apple's fine if you're using their products. That's what my son tells me. He's like, just use their products, it'll be fine. So, but I'm gonna wrap that up, guys. I've got to do laundry. I've got to do a lot of stuff. I've got to get ready for work tomorrow. I don't even know what time it is. Ah, it's actually still early, but I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm usually in bed pretty early too. Yeah, I guess not because I do load up an intro video that I'm responding to you saying they don't like using cross platforms. Um, oh no, I see what you're saying. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna do a couple more lives. Next time I need to shave, I'll do a live. I know Siraj over at the YouTube channel, Shaving in Solitude. He sent me some razors. He sent me some really high-end razors. And so I'll probably do a live shave with those and see what those are all about. Thanks, Robert. Have a fantastic night, brother. Appreciate you being here. Robert, appreciate it. No name, appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Really means a lot to me. It's really cool to be here. Like I said, I hadn't done a live in a while, and I really wanted to do another live, and that just gave me the excuse to do it. So, see you, Rabbit. Appreciate you, brother. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, you guys have a good night. I appreciate you guys. You guys take care of yourselves. God bless.